I'm your host, Rob Carbone. This is BD4.
Here's Barrett, some shake and bake, gets a three. Stands alive in the crowd. Oh, hang on to the roof. Goodbye. Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down. Gotta put four fingers up when Torres comes to the plate. The wall. See ya. See ya. Out here, the pistol comes under. Got it. Yankees win.
All right, what's happening, everybody? I'm your host, RJ Carbone. Welcome back to another episode of BD4. Welcome to the podcast, episode 277 of BD4, where there's no better way to get your Yankees and Knicks analysis. As I am recording, it is August 25th, Wednesday night. As you are listening, it should be Thursday, the 26th, the earliest. Yeah, the Yankees keep winning. And 11 in a row, man. Now 74 and 52. 2.5 out. Sorry, 2.5 up in the wild card race. 4 games and a half behind the Rays in the division. And I read somewhere, I was doing the math too, 26 and 10, which is a little over 700 baseball, will get them 100 wins, which is something we did not think would happen. Not saying they're going to get that, but they were 41 and 41 at one point, guys. You know, since then they've gone, what is that? It's 33 and 11. So if they can get hot like they've been lately, they have a shot at 100 wins. And if they can get 100 wins, it'd be hard to not win the division. But the Rays are making it tough. They're winning everything. Meanwhile, the Yankees don't keep focusing on themselves. You know, they have now strung together 11 wins in a row, 6 games in a row where they've scored at least 5 runs. So that's a positive, where the offense seems to finally be clicking on all cylinders. But we'll see what happens. 4 games in a row where we also hold opponents to 4 runs or less. But yeah, we're gaining some ground in the wild card now. We have the first spot locked down. It's just the division is going to be tough, and I think Tampa has Philly, and then they've got Baltimore on the weekend. So, you know. Yeah, we might as well get into it, because tonight's show, the majority of this episode is going to be just a conversation that I had with one of my buddies who's also a Yankees fan. Dom Randazzo joined the show earlier today. We had a conversation with him. We talked for about 25-30 minutes on the state of the Yankees and such. So we're going to get to that in a little bit. But first, you know, we're going to, of course, recap the series, talk about some certain things. It's funny, man, because I was reading a headline. I saw it on Instagram or something. Follow me on Instagram at rjcarbone if you want. That said, during that time when the Yankees were 41 and 41, I think that was during the Mets series, right? Some Mets beat writer, maybe. I don't know. I just scrolled upon this. Just basically writing a headline saying how the Mets are the team now and the Yankees have issues. And it's crazy because, you know, obviously shit has changed. The Mets have regressed back to their usual state. They're the Mets again. They suck. They're losing. I think they might even be under 500, out of a playoff spot as I speak. Apparently Javi Baez swung at a ball in China the other day. I have yet to see the video. Maybe I should check it out. I need a good laugh. But as for the Yankees, you know, we keep on winning. I think the only bad news we've been getting lately is that Zach Britton might be done for the year. Might have to consider getting Tommy John. Which sucks. That might be it for his Yankees career. You know, this guy's 33 years old now. I don't know the contract. I have to look at it, but it's going to be hard to envision him coming back being peak Zach Britton ever again. But yeah, the Yankees keep winning. We're going to get to the episode with Dom and I in a little bit. We're going to head to break first. We'll recap the 2-game set, and then we'll get to that conversation that we had. But before we get to break, this is episode, once again, 277 of the podcast of BD4, where there's no better way to get your Yankees and Knicks analysis. We do Yankees episodes every single series. We also have a blog called It's My Opinion, where I recap every series the Yankees play. And if you want to follow me on social media, I am on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All that information I just mentioned on my Linktree. linktr.ee /rjcarbone. And we'll be right back. You are listening to RJ Carbone on BD4. If you haven't yet subscribed to this podcast, you can do that right now. BD4 is available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and you can also watch it on YouTube. There are plenty of other platforms to find this podcast. All you have to do is go to linktr.ee /rjcarbone, and that will take you to where you need to be. linktr.ee /rjcarbone in order to subscribe to this podcast. All right, so a couple of nights ago, game 1 of the series. Remember, this was just a 2-game set. And the Yankees took both games, quick little sweep. So now to win 11 straight games, now 74-52. Again, 2.5 above the wild card and 4 behind the Rays, or 4.5 from the division, American League East. Again, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, do that right now. You know the platforms are on, all the listening platforms, plus the video version of the podcast is up on YouTube. All right. Game 1 of the series. Win this one 5-1. Exciting series coming up. Both teams, at the time, entering this one on 9-game winning streaks. And it's always fun to just see, two foes go head-to-head. Yankees-Braves is an old-school rivalry. From the early 2000s, from the 90s. Jordan Montgomery goes up against Ynoa. Top of the second, you get Giancarlo Stanton, the solo bomb off Ynoa. 1-0 Yankees. Braves answer back in the bottom of the second when Dansby Swanson, he goes yard 2 on a hanging curveball by Montgomery. It's 1-1. Stanton again at the top of the 6th. Big 2-run double off Ynoa. It's 3-1 Yankees. And they tack on in the 8th when Gary Sanchez, the big 2-run single off Chavez for the 5-1 victory. It was Montgomery who ended up going 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run, 75 pitches. He didn't have it. Wasn't his best. The command wasn't there. Kind of just grinded through this one, but he still gave a quality outing. And he left it to Lasagna, Peralta, and Chapman to throw the remaining 3 innings. 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, no home runs allowed for the bullpen. Obviously, with the National League, in a National League ballpark, Stanton was playing the field, but he was taken out early in this one for defense in a pretty close game, which, was an interesting move, but you want defense. I guess, Boone and the analytics guys value defense in that moment. He did have 3 RBIs in the game, 2 hits. Obviously, he was the big reason they won that game, so that caused that question, but it worked. Also, the game where the Yankees played some very good defense in the outfield with Gallo making that excellent catch going to his right. Catch probability, I think Kay mentioned it was only like, gosh, I don't remember. I want to say 45%. 35 or 45%. It was low. And he made a very efficient route, just a straight line to the ball, what you're supposed to do. Making a great catch. And I was in the kitchen when I heard Aaron Judge made an awesome catch as well. I didn't see it. I was getting my steak. But, yeah. Overall, Yankee bats go for 5 runs on 6 hits. 4 walks, 13 strikeouts. They do not hit into a double play. And they were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. 1 stolen base. So they continue to play a good brand of baseball. Defense, offense, base running, and pitching. That was the first game of the set. Excuse me. Where the Yankees took down the Braves 5-1. Second game of the set comes the next night. Yankees win this one 5-4. A lot closer than you wanted it to be, of course, because it's never going to be easy with the Yankees. This one starts out Heaney versus Morton. Morton's a Yankee killer. Everybody knows this. But they do a decent job on him. First, though, it's Swanson off of Heaney in the bottom of the first. 2-run double. It's 2-0 Braves. Here we go again, we're thinking. But he kind of calms down. And meanwhile, top of the second comes, you get Giancarlo with another home run. Solo bomb again. 2-1 Atlanta. Leads cut in half. Then it's tied in the top of the fourth when Gary gets another single. An RBI single to make it 2-2. Yankees then pull away. Top of the fifth, DJ, the 2-run home run. He pulls this one to the left. K goes nuts. It's 4-2 Yankees. Bottom of the fifth, Riley off of Joely Rodriguez, 4-3. Top of the seventh, Odor gets the home run, 5-3 Yankees. And then, we fast forward to the bottom of the ninth. Chapman comes in, loads the bases, walks Soler to score a run. It's 5-4, but we eventually win. It's Heaney, Abreu, Joely, Holmes, Green, Chapman, and then we have to go to Peralta after Chapman. Tell you what, man. Well, I want to start real briefly with Heaney. Listen, he 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, no homers, 68 pitches thrown. Nothing crazy. Not going to praise him for an outing like that, but it's he did, you'll sign up for it, right? If we get starts like this one, starts like, obviously I'm not going to say starts like the 2 outings ago, which was a gem. I don't expect that. But if he can pitch like he did in this outing, and if he can pitch like he did, I don't know if it was his second or third outing with the Yankees, you'll take outings like that where he's decent. 2 good starts in a row for him. It all starts with the fastball, too. The fastball is going to be his best pitch. It's the one with the best spin rate. I was reading an article saying his spin rate on the fastball ranks 3rd on the Yankees, behind Cole and Green, 88th percentile in baseball, and he also ranks 90th percentile with chase rate. He just doesn't use the fastball as much as he should. As a 3-pitch pitcher who has a good fastball, he gets in trouble when he goes away from it sometimes. But he's found it lately. I don't know how long he's going to be in the rotation. I still prefer him being in the bullpen. I don't like Andrew Heaney as a starting pitcher for my team trying to make a playoff run here. Or make a run for the playoffs and for the division, maybe, if we're still talking about that. I don't know if I want Heaney pitching important games for me, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Peralta, obviously the hero in this game. Coming in on a back-to-back, he pitched the night before, and he goes and gets it done. 3-1. No, it's not. Sorry, I read that wrong. A 3-1 count on Freddie Freeman. The bases are loaded. The runner on third. If he scores, the game is tied. Bottom of the ninth. He goes 3 balls, 1 strike on Freddie Freeman. It's a 9-pitch at-bat. Freddie Freeman is a tough out. Fouling pitches off. He was fouling back the fastball. So he was on the fastball. And then Peralta goes, I think it was 5 changeups in a row, where he finally retires and gets him to fly out to left field. Hell of a job by Peralta coming in there and being clutch. Definitely earned some brownie points. But, I mean, he bails out Chapman, who's supposed to be our closer, but who knows how long that's going to be now. Chapman's just got no more confidence. He does not trust that fastball. And it seems when he throws the fastball, when he does, he's overthrowing it. His body language looks off. You could just see there's no rhythm there. He's slow in between pitches and shit. Just doesn't look right. You know, I'm kind of done with him as the closer. I've seen enough. I know this guy. The past 2 playoffs, he's crumbled in the moment, and he's done that a ton of times this year. So I'm kind of done with him. I'm ready to make Johnny Lasagna the closer. You know, I feel like if Aroldis Chapman didn't have a name, Aroldis Chapman, you know, if it wasn't an ego thing, we would see Lasagna there, sitting in the 9th inning on the pitching in the 9th inning, and Chapman sitting on the bench in the bullpen. But instead, right now, he's you know, Boone still, I'm not gonna say he trusts him, because you see him warming up Peralta while Chapman's on the mound, and there were games earlier. I think it was a series before, or we have guys like Litke warming up with Chapman on the mound. But yeah, it doesn't look good. You know, he comes in, he gets a quick ground out, but then he goes single, strikeout, walk, single, walk, then he's pulled. He needed 26 pitches just to get through 2/3 of an inning. Is he hurt? Is he just not ready yet because he chose to skip his rehab assignment? Maybe that's part of the confidence thing. But, yeah, it's not good for Chapman, but you got to praise Peralta. Peralta did a hell of a job this series. And, you know, this was a game the Yankees lose if it's the first half of the season, right? So, there was that. There was that big controversial Freeman-Sanchez play at home. But that was it. You know, that was all I think. So, the Yankees win. They get the sweep. I think the guy you're looking at this series, I mean, Giancarlo Stanton, it goes beyond this series. He's been hot for a while now. He's a different hitter right now. And when he's playing the outfield and not sitting in the dugout cold, overthinking on the bench, it's crazy the day-night difference it can make. Now, we don't know for sure if, you know, it's because of that solely, but I do think it has to play a role. You know, when he's hot, he looks like the dude that he was in Miami. You know what? I'll give him more credit than that. When he's hot, he looks like the dude he was last postseason for the Yankees. When he's cold, he looks like a dude you just, you know, one of them hobos you picked up off 161st and River Ave. So, it's just about the consistency. So maybe we, you know, keep playing him in the outfield, especially where now we've got to try and find this balance with Voit and Rizzo trying to get reps. He obviously traded for Rizzo to play, but Voigt's hot right now. Rizzo's been slow since he's coming back, so maybe if Stanton can play some more outfield, that'd be great. Be a baseball player again. Since he started playing the outfield, I think it's the last 24 games, he's got 19 RBIs in those games. He's batting .313 with an OPS of 1,021. 6 homers and 5 doubles. So, he's raking. He's hot. He's hitting everything hard. He's on everything. The walk to strikeout ratio is very good. 13 walks, 19 strikeouts, which equates to a, let's see if I can find it here, 20% K rate over this 24-game stretch versus a 14% walk rate. So he's been great. Gary Sanchez has been hitting well lately. He's settling for some singles, which is nice. Not trying to swing everything out of the park. Little modest 4-game hit streak. 3 RBIs during the stretch. DJ LeMahieu pulling a few home runs lately, which is why they shift him like they do. When he pulls the ball, it's going out like that, like a line drive. So, guys are playing well, man. A lot of guys are batting well. Aaron Judge continues to be consistent. 4 for 8 this series. A double and a stolen base. Some good defense. Continues to quietly produce for the Yankees. Very quiet but productive season. He leads the Yankees in batting average, on base, slugging, OPS, home runs, and RBIs. 285, 378, 522, 900, 27 bombs, 65 RBIs. Tied with Stanton. Second in stolen bases on the team. He's got 6 attempts. He's 6-0. Having a good season. He's staying healthy. That's the thing we talked about with Dom for a second. He's staying healthy. So it's good that he's finally performing up to par. So that's it. Crucial series coming up in Oakland. You know, Gio Urshela will be back for this one on Thursday, today as we're listening. And again, the Yankees 2.5 up from Boston in the wild card. Oakland is 2 games back from the second spot on the outside looking in. So we're going to have to beat Oakland to kind of get some distance here. I feel like we never do well at the Coliseum. I don't know the numbers, they're not in front of me, but every time I just think about it, the Coliseum seems like it's always hell for us. And I hate that place with a passion. Be nice if Tampa could start losing, but right now, focus on us. And, let everybody else, Boston, Tampa, let that play out as it is. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Let's get to the episode with Dom. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I closed the blinds because it's literally 110.
I was going to ask because it's fucking hot over here, but I know Arizona's fucked.
Yeah, it's disgusting. This
Is it really 106?
Yeah, that's like not that bad. Because you can see there all those days.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It actually gets that high?
This is like average, I would say. There are days like you can see there 109 on there. That's like a little above average. But there are days where it's like you don't do anything. There are days where it's like 113, 114.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So today is not like that bad.
That's so fucking well, it's the desert.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you don't work outside? Your job?
No, I don't know. But there are people that do.
Yeah.
Like landscapers and like.
Yeah, I work outside, so that'd be a fucking pain in the ass for me.
Yeah. No, I don't. As you can see,
What do you work?
I wear a polo. I work at a small business consulting firm.
Okay, that's good.
So office.
That's good though.
Yeah. Yeah. No outside for me.
Dude, 109. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I just have to set this up.
Sometimes my audio cuts out. I don't know why. But
No,
sometimes it does.
We're only going to go a couple 15, 20 minutes or something.
Okay, that's fine.
So I mean, if it's that fucking hot, I can't imagine anybody's wearing a fucking mask over there. In the heat.
Some people do still.
How?
I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know.
Oh man.
Saves lives. That's why.
Yes. Yes, it does. You know what's I was going to see if I can find it. Hold on. No, it's too late. They have a filter on here, a mask filter. I was going to put it on, but I couldn't find it. All right.
How do I do that background?
What?
Is that the background? How you're just like blurred out? Is
Yeah,
that?
you have to do it
Can you do that through Zoom
before you. I think you have to do it before.
before you join? Oh, okay.
All right, we're ready to go.
All
Fuck.
right.
Uh, hold on. All right. I just wanted to know. Did you saw the games last night, the other night? We're looking good right
Yes.
now, man.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
I want to know
When
your
you
overall
don't-
thoughts. I guess we'll start with that.
when you don't lose and they haven't lost in like 2 weeks, so I mean, when you don't lose in a 2 week span, you're doing pretty well. But um, I would say that they definitely put themselves in a hole by playing like garbage through basically July. So I don't know. We'll see. The last couple of years we've been saying, we don't really care about the regular season, and that still is the case. So I mean, it's good to see them playing better, but this is basically how they played in 2019, and look what happened that season. They didn't win anything. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's all comes down to check back with us, and I don't know how many weeks is this away? 6 weeks. Check back in and see what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like they weren't going to make the playoffs. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
All right. It looked like they weren't going to make the playoffs, so I guess it's good that we're finally playing up to expectation in the sense that we have a shot at the division, but the fucking
The
Tampa Bay,
Rays don't lose games.
they don't lose apparently.
Yeah.
I was looking at it last night on MLB.com. I think we're still 4 out.
Yeah, it's still
I think we
4.
only gained like one game this entire
we
streak.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's crazy. They've gained like we were down like I think when we lost those 2 brutal games in Boston, it was like 9.5 games, and that was like 5 weeks ago. And now we're what? Like how many games are we above Boston right now?
We're
Like
2.5
4?
in the first wild
Two and a
card
half.
from the A's, I think.
Right, and I think it's even a little more on Boston. So they've gained like over 10 games on Boston in like 5 weeks, but like 1 game on the Rays.
And I think that's why, like, when they were playing like dog shit, that's why we look at it now. We can't say that we can't use the whole "it's early" excuse, because that's why we wanted that's why we wanted them to win so fucking much at the start of the season, because I knew it would come down to this, to where we'd have to get hot late just to have a shot at the division.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when you play basically 500 or barely above 500 for 3 or 4 months or whatever, I mean, yeah, that's not ideal. You basically, especially when you're in a division with the Rays, you're just going to have to get like super hot. And even that's the case right now, you're still probably not going to catch them. So put the team in a hole, and it's probably not going to be surmountable.
And I thought they had a shot when Glasnow went down, but they made
It
a
doesn't
couple
even
of moves.
matter.
Yeah,
It doesn't even matter.
dude, they got Nelson Cruz.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rays they just get guys off the street, and they just
Even
amazing. It doesn't make any sense.
their first baseman, who used to be with us, is raking.
Oh,
Last I
Choi?
checked. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. He played like 10 games for the Yankees.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I don't know why, I was just watching a game, and I remember him hitting a bomb, and I was like, who is this guy? And then like 2 weeks later, he was gone. And then he was on the Rays, and now he owns Cole too.
He owns Cole. But no, they definitely have a shot now at making at least the one of the wild card games. And I think this, towards the end of the week, entering the weekend, obviously a big series with Oakland coming up. That's the team right behind us. And I feel like we always fucking suck at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah. It's
hell
always
for the game.
discussed. Yeah, the Coliseum, always disgusting. Usually the West Coast, just in general, is disgusting.
Yeah.
I always think back. I think it was. Oh gosh, I think it was 18. Yeah, it must have been 2018.
I remember that series.
Remember they went to Oakland? Yeah, I think it was 18.
Yeah.
They went to Oakland and they got swept. I remember Severino pitched one of those games, and I think he pitched like 2 innings, and he basically it looked like he wanted to kill Gary behind the plate. Yeah, yeah, good stuff.
Where is he?
Who?
Severino.
Oh, I don't know. I
Yeah,
have no idea.
because he had a second or a third. He had another setback. I know that.
I
But
don't know. Who knows?
I don't. I don't expect him coming back. And if he does, they're gonna milk it. They're gonna throw him in the back of the bullpen probably. But you're looking at the
Yeah.
rotation now. Who's your? I mean, I guess you have Cole, Tyone, who's actually done pretty well
He's
for
been
them.
good.
Yeah. I don't want Heaney pitching in the starting rotation.
No.
When everybody's healthy or relatively healthy, I don't want him in the rotation. I think I would go Cole, Tyone. You have to throw Cortez in there if he keeps fucking balling.
Right. I think Montgomery
Montgomery in
will
the
be in
back.
there. And
And
I
what
think
about
Heel
this?
has to be in there.
Yeah. What about him?
I think he has to be in there. And he hasn't given up a run yet.
No, I think they just sent him back down, but he'll probably be back.
Right. Yeah, they're doing some maneuvering with that.
Yeah.
I guess there's some like technicality or whatever. But I honestly, because in a postseason series, I don't even think he would start a game. I think they would use 3 starters,
Yeah.
3 or 4. I don't think he would start.
Well, the first
I think
round,
he would be in the bullpen.
if
So
if we go to the wild card, is that I forget what you said? Is that
wild
2?
card is 1 game,
Okay, it is 1.
and then it would be ALDS, which is 5 game, which you would use Cole,
Yeah.
Tyone, and Montgomery, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. I think I think you have to go Cole. I don't imagine.
They would do the opener crap with
Yeah, I was just
last year. I don't think they
Yeah.
would trust him to start a game. They would
Yeah, I
try to
was
do
gonna
that,
say.
that BS, and
Maybe
it wouldn't
probably
work
don't
again.
do that. And then, I mean, if we go to the bullpen, who the fuck do you could? I mean, other than
Jesus,
Loizaga.
Loizaga, that's it.
who the fuck are you trusting after that?
Green's like,
He's so.
so Loizaga is like a 9.5 out of a 10 on the dependability scale, I would say. Chapman's like I don't even know what you would grade Chapman.
I'm done with Chapman.
Yeah, Britton, I think he's toast.
He's getting surgery. He's done.
Really?
Yeah. He's
Britton is?
yesterday they announced
Oh,
he's likely to get surgery. So his Yankee career is probably
he's
done. Yeah.
toast. Yeah,
He's
done.
done.
So I
so
think
he's out.
It's literally Loizaga at the top, and then Green is like you feel like
What about
decent
lefty?
about.
Litke?
Peralt, no, I
You don't like
never want
Licky?
to see him. No, I don't like
Licky's
Licky.
he's all right.
I like Peralta.
I would rather see Litke than Peralta.
I wouldn't. I don't like Licky.
Peralta?
Peralta, yeah, the guy that got the last out yesterday.
Yeah, but I really
Yeah,
Litke's decent.
he's okay. I don't know. I just feel like every time I watch him, he's giving up runs.
I feel like that about Peralta. I don't know.
Either way, I don't think either of them are tremendous.
Well, that's why we have to get
athletes.
length from fucking guys in the rotation.
Yeah, Kluber's gonna
I
come
forgot
back,
about
right,
that.
Rob?
Yeah, he'll be Cy Kluber from 2 years ago.
He's gonna throw another no hitter in the playoffs.
Yep. Yes. Correct. I want to go to the lineup.
Okay.
Start at the top. LeMahieu. I think in order for them to go deep in the playoffs, or even to have a shot at winning the division, he's gonna have to stay. He's hot right now. He's gonna have to stay hot. Most of the year, he's been kind of average at the plate.
Yeah, it hasn't been that great, honestly.
I think he's kind of key in order for them to succeed.
I think just somebody needs to be hot, and somebody needs to hit with runners in scoring position.
That's kind of his job.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like if DJ, like in the playoffs, if DJ were to just be like so, but say Rizzo did that, and then you get a couple bombs from Judge or whatever. I think somebody else is probably capable of picking up some of his slack if he doesn't do that well. But yeah, of course, he's important just because he's the top of the lineup and he gets on for the other guys.
Do you think the construct of the lineup is still very? Because I still feel very iffy about it. Like when you look at it, you've got Stanton, Odor. I guess you could throw in Gary and Gallo. That's like 4 guys. When they're not on, they're kind of brutal to watch. And I know some of them can draw walks, and it's all about 3 true outcomes and shit. But I feel like pitchers are going to take advantage of that if you get a couple of them slumping in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it's better. You just have more high quality players in the lineup. But yeah, like you said, like Gallo in a playoff series, like if you play 5 games, he could strike out 15 times.
I'm telling you that every time I watch him swing, like I'm rooting for the guy. Like I think it's cool and all, but that fucking swing, Dom.
He strikes out too much.
But that swing, if you could just when you face if you're facing an ace in a postseason game, or it doesn't even have to be a postseason game. If you're going down the stretch and it's a crucial game, you're facing somebody's top-notch pitcher, you throw that guy a high fastball.
Yeah, he whiffs it every time.
It scares the shit out of me.
Especially the bullpens too. That's what
their
job is to study that, and that's basically what they throw is just gas and then
everybody
off
does
speed. Now. Yeah. So that there are certain guys in the lineup where if a good pitcher's in there, you don't feel great about it. Outside of DJ, if he's on, Rizzo and Judge, really, that's really it.
How you feel about Judge's season?
He's played.
Yeah,
he's played, and he's been
good.
Basically what you expect. I mean, good player. I wouldn't say he's not like a top 5 player, but I mean he's an all-star. He's not like a Tatis or anything like that, but he's done his job.
I'm satisfied with it. I think the power numbers are a little bit down, but
yeah, they're down.
I'm not going to pick at it.
He's their best player this year.
Yeah,
easily.
And then this fucking this situation with Voit and Rizzo, especially when everybody else gets healthy, it's going to be interesting to see how they go with some kind of rotation here.
Yeah, I don't think they traded Rizzo to have him sit many games. I think if Stanton plays the outfield, Voit will be able to play more. So and he's been doing that, which helps. But
it helps Stanton too.
Yeah, he's been actually. So he's been hot. We don't know if that's just him being hot or if the outfield has something to do with that, but you never know. So back to the point about those 2 first basemen, I think Rizzo's going to play most of the time. If he needs a day, Voit obviously will be in there. But I think the days that Stanton does, I think they're going to try to get Voit in there as much as they can.
Yeah, I mean, I think you go, like I said, some kind of rotation between one guy is going to sit each day between Voit, Stanton, and Gardner. I
Gary,
don't know. Fucking, yeah, I don't know.
right?
And then this kid Velasquez, some random, he's actually raking right now.
Yeah, he's good.
I would keep playing him.
Yeah, I wouldn't. He's Torres,
I don't
kind of a
know where he
scrub.
is.
Yeah, he's been a scrub this year. Velasquez, I know it's only been like 2 weeks, but what he's done is the same or better what Torres was giving you in terms of just the bat, at least. You switch over to defense, obviously that's a major upgrade.
Yeah.
He's also a switch hitter. He's faster. Unless like if he starts to slump over the next couple weeks,
He's going to.
then maybe he will. But I mean, if he starts hitting like 150
Right.
or whatever, then okay. But I mean, if he's still hitting like a respectable, I don't know, 250, 260 or whatever, I don't know how you take him out.
You have Wade too, who's actually been hitting the ball.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen him play in the last couple of days.
Now it's usually him or Velasquez, but Wade's been hitting well.
Yeah, amazingly. It only took like 5 years.
Yeah, there was a point. It was not even that long ago, a couple of days ago, where his average, it was like it lasted for a game or something, but his average was actually higher than the Mayhew's, and it was the second highest on the team behind
I saw
Judge.
that. He was at like 270.
Yeah.
And he was at like 180 not very long ago.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't play a ton. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you have. Oh, Gary. He's been better this year, but he's still Gary. Like I don't get the. Like he's got so many.
You just have to accept.
Yeah.
What he is.
Yeah.
That he's gonna strike out a lot. He's not a great catcher. He'll hit you some garbage home runs. But I mean, yeah, he's been a little. It'd be tough for him to be worse than he was in 2020.
He's hitting above the Mendoza,
honestly.
so I guess that's fucking.
Yeah,
positive.
but what is he like? 215 right now? Like, still not good. It just is what it is. Honestly, like at this point, you just have to accept that he is Gary, L. Gary.
I just don't like the fucking hype. I don't get it because everybody's so high on him because all the other catchers in baseball suck. So apparently he's Yogi Berra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're comparing him to garbage.
Yeah, but I'll take it. But sure. So you have Gary, Voit, and Rizzo, some kind of rotation. At third base, obviously you're going Gio's supposed to be back Thursday, tomorrow night. So he's obviously a staple for a playoff lineup. And then you said, where's Torres? Is he coming back soon? I don't know. I haven't heard an update.
I don't think so. I think he's pretty much weeks.
Okay.
Weeks. I'll Google it. Gleyber Torres.
No, and then
I think he's weak. Like I don't think he's coming back anytime.
And you have LeMahieu at second. Did you see? So you heard the fucking? I think it was when DJ hit that home run last night. What Kay said? Just some fucking cringe shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember. Something about lightning, and then he went on some other fucking little rhyme. He's a
and at the end of the game too, he was very hype.
Oh, he always
he was rattling off like their record and like they haven't done this since 19 whatever, and he was like screaming it.
I mean, listen, it's fun, but like, where's Singleton?
Ken Singleton.
Yeah, because I'm tired of hearing these fucking same three guys.
Has he done any games this year?
They say he was supposed to do 25 games. I can only recall him doing one series. So
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
him.
I feel
I
like
don't.
he's done a couple of games this year, but
Yeah,
not enough.
I don't like. He's one of the only guys I like Singleton and I think and
That's it.
Flaherty sometimes, I guess, but it's rough. And then
Hmm.
Ruco, oh my god, he's screaming at the TV every time I hear him. He's screaming at me. Cone, I can't do Cone. Too
Paul's
much.
okay. Paul is just
Paul's
he's
cool, but he's a
okay,
bit of
but
a
he's just
homer.
like yeah, and he's kind of a clown in the booth.
All right. Well, we are 22 games above 500, 74 and 52, 2.5 up in the wild card, 4 back from the division. Have a shot at 100 wins, believe it or not. I think, no, I think they can go. I mean,
How many games are left? Let's
74,
see.
26 and
74
10,
and 50,
26 and 10.
26 and 10. That's possible. I don't
They
think it's
basically
very
have to continue
likely.
doing what they're doing now again. So,
26 and 10, what kind of a clip is that? So if you win 26
like
of
700.
36 games is 722.
Yeah. So,
And their current winning percentage for the season's 587. So
they could,
they can do
yeah,
it.
if
It's
they do
possible, but I
what
don't
they've
think it's
been
going to
doing this
happen.
past month, they have to do it again, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's possible.
But as long as they, I just get, I still want the division. I still feel like it would be a disappointing regular season if we don't get the division. But
Hmm.
fucking, we get in there, we'll see what happens. I don't know if you have anything else to add. I like the way we're playing. The brand of baseball is better. We're stealing a lot more bases. We're stealing a lot of bases. At least
Yeah.
one a game
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah. No, that's the good thing to see. They're running. It started when a lot of the guys got hurt.
Yeah.
Like Greg Allen was in there stealing. And I don't know if the manager is like decided like, oh, I can actually like give the steal sign to
Yeah. Scrap
everybody
the
on the
nerds.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's kind of like carried over a little bit. So yeah, it's good to
Playing
see because
defense.
they haven't stolen any bases in the last like 4 years.
Yeah, no. Even like the big guys are stealing. Rizzo and Judge taking bases.
Mm-hmm.
Infield defense has improved a lot from earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Base running mistakes, we don't have a ton of them lately.
Cleaned up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Stringing together a lot of good at bats. So that's just my big thing is as I want less strikeouts going forward. So we'll see what happens there. And then like we said, the rotation. It's actually been
It's
the
been
big
good,
reason we're
but
here.
yeah, I don't know if you trust it in October though.
Is there going to be some kind of correction where the offense actually starts scoring? Because they're still like bottom third in runs scored.
I mean,
I don't know why.
based off of the last couple of years in the playoffs,
Yeah.
I would say that
But I'm just saying for the rest of the regular season to get a shot at the division, do you think there's a shot that we can actually get some fucking offense? Because I feel like that's still lately it's been better, but it's still very up and down.
Yeah. I would say no. I mean, it's August 25th. I don't think you're going to get a dramatic change at this point in the season.
That's why I think it starts up top with LeMahieu. I really feel like he's dropped off.
Yeah.
And that kind of like he's like
he's the RBI guy.
Yeah.
He's basically the only one. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me end it. Do you want to add anything else before you leave?
No, I think I'm
man.
good.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Yeah, man, that was Dom and I just talking Yankees, the state of the team, and discussing a couple of matters for about 25 minutes or so. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's get right into the NYK question of the day. Last time out, first and foremost, in episode 276, I asked you guys how many wins do the Yankees have versus the Twins in their last 21 meetings, including the playoffs? The answer to that question is 18 wins. But tonight's NYK question of the day brought to you by Anchor, the best way to make a podcast. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. Podcasting made easy. For episode 277, which Yankee rookie won the American League Rookie of the Year in 1970? And your hint, he also won the MVP 6 years later. 6 years later in 1976, he won the MVP. All right, let me know the answer. Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, preferably Facebook or Instagram. I'm not on Twitter much anymore. And I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. You know where to subscribe. All those listening platforms. You can watch the podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the blog that I write about the Yankees and the Knicks if you're a Knicks fan. And that's that, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. This episode is brought to you by Anchor. Podcasting made easy.